Hi, welcome to English Fluency TV, and I hope you are well. In this video, we will be talking about step 3 of learning to speak English. Now, on step 1, we talked about the vocabulary. Step 2, we talked about reading and writing. And here on this video, we will be talking about step 3, learning to speak English. Now, step 3, it's watching and listening. It's listening. So you watch and you listen to increase your listening skills. Now, why do we need to learn the listening skills? The reason because for us to speak, we also need to understand what the native speakers are saying or speaking, because most of the time the native speakers don't pronounce as it is written. So when you hear, you will hear different from what you've been reading. So the words you've been reading, when you hear the native speaker speaking, they will pronounce it differently because that's how they speak. So if you don't have your listening skills, and if you don't train yourself by listening how the native speakers are speaking, you will fail to understand most of the time what the native speakers are saying or when they are speaking. So when you are watching and listening, what you are doing is you are training yourself and you are helping yourself with 3 things. 1, to understand what the native speakers are speaking, how they pronounce and how they speak, how they pronounce the words and how they pronounce the sentences. Secondly, it will help you improve your vocabulary. It will help you to increase your vocabulary as well as improve the sounds of the vocabulary. And thirdly, and the most important on listening, is it will train your ears and you will hear how they sound, how they speak, and how they say words, and how they are pronouncing the words, and how they are pronouncing the sentences. It will help you to hear how the sounds of the words are and how the sounds of the sentences. Many words used by the natives are not how it is written. So when they speak, it is not how the words are written, most of the words, because when you speak, you don't say as it is written. For example, just to give you a few, receipt. So when you go to the shop, they give you a receipt. If you look at the spelling of receipt, is nowhere near the way we say or the way we pronounce. Cough, comfortable, evening, Wednesday, chocolate, every, interesting, usually. And these are only few of many. Most of the words when the native speaker speaks is not the way it's written. Then you learn the sounds of the contractions. So instead of I am, I am. He is, his. They will, they'll. Cannot, can't. We have, we've. Will not, won't. And you will learn these contractions, sounds from the native speakers. So when you watch and you listen, you will learn all those things. You will also learn formal words and informal words like ask for, request, buy, purchase, but, however, deal with, manage, find out, discover, give, provide, think about, consider. These are only few of many. I'm just giving you the ideas that when you watch and you listen, you will learn all those things. These are only few things of many you will learn when you watch and you listen. Now, for you to increase your listening skills, you have to watch some things on a regular basis for you to increase your listening skills. You need to watch radio shows, podcasts, audiobooks, news channel in English. If you are outside the English speaking countries, then you have to find some English programs, TV, news channels, radio, audiobooks, and it is available everything free on YouTube. So wherever you are, you need to find some things which you watch regularly to increase your listening skills. I live in England, and when I was learning to speak English in the beginning, one of my regular TV chat show was Question Time, and it still is. It's a TV chat show, features a studio audience quizzing top politicians on the events of the day. The panel also came from business world, the media and entertainment. The show allowed me to learn how those individuals spoke, how they pronounce words. So when I was watching, in the beginning, I was more interested on how they spoke, how they pronounced the sentences. This was what I was concentrating in the beginning. And one thing I would add on is, when you are learning and when you're watching these programs or news channels or podcasts, whatever it is, make sure you watch in the intention of learning, because you are learning to speak English. So when you are watching, try to listen in a way so that you are learning, because there is a difference between I'm watching a movie to enjoy the movie, or I am watching to learn so that I'm making notes how the words are pronounced and how the sentences are pronounced. So make sure you watch it with the intention of learning. So the chat show, the question time, as I was watching, I was concentrating how they spoke, how they pronounce the sentences, the words. This is what I was concentrating, and I was making notes as I was watching. And when I was watching the program, I was recording, because in my time there was no YouTube. So I had to record so that I could go back and then watch again and again and again, so I could study and learn the words, the pronunciation, and the sentences, the pronunciation of the sentence. And the beauty of that show was, mostly it was politicians, but like I said, it was people from the business world, from media, also from the entertainment world. And most of them were native speakers. Even though they are all native speakers, or most, they all had their own accent. They all had their own style of speaking. So when you hear, you learn same word with different accent. So this was my regular chat show that I watch regularly without a miss. Like I said, I was recording so that I could go back and learn and make notes. Now you don't need that. Now you have the YouTube. Because in my time, like I said, there was no YouTube. You have everything you need on YouTube. You have the radio, you have the TV series, you have the TV shows, you have the chat shows, you have the news channels, you have the podcasts, you have the audiobooks, you have everything you need, and all in YouTube. In my time, I used to buy CDs to listen. I still have some. As you can see here, this is a Fluent English disc 1, and this one came with 3 CDs, and I used to listen regularly. I used to have a set time when I used to listen, especially in the night time before going to bed. I used to listen to those CDs. Also cassettes I used to have, which are not in the market anymore. So the cassettes, these are the cassettes that I used to listen, which are not in the market anymore. So these are the things I've learned from. Like I said, TV shows, I used to record and rewind so I could watch it. I had the CDs, I had the cassettes. But for you, you don't need any of that. You got the YouTube, you've got everything you need on your phone, on your TV, on your laptop, on your computer. It's all there for you. All you have to do is set a time and find few things that you watch regularly and watch them regularly, so that you learn and increase your listening skills, so that you know how the native speakers speak and how they say these words, because like I said, it is different than what is written on the book. Now my advice to you is, make sure that you have some things which you watch regularly, and you have some time in a day, maybe half an hour or 1 hour a day. Instead of wasting time on Facebook and WhatsApp, set a time on the side per day that you do watch those things that you select. So one of them would be audiobooks. If you search on YouTube, you will find audiobooks. Audiobooks are books read by either the author of the book or someone professional who reads the book. All you do is you listen and you learn the pronunciation of the words and the sentences. Podcast is a internet-based radio show. and it's only available on the internet, and it has many different topics, and it is a great way for you to learn to speak English. You could choose the topics you want, and you could see what kind of topics you want to watch. And like I said, it is an internet-based radio show, and it will help you with different topics for you to learn English. And it has many different topics, small topics, and you could choose and you could learn from those podcasts. I will leave some links of the things on the description below, but search and find the things that you like and stick to those and watch them regularly. And BBC is one of the best for learning, because BBC has this BBC Learning English, which is great to learn English. I will leave a link on the description below. Then you have the radio, and you have all the news channels on YouTube, which I will leave a link on the description below. So choose which one. It will also depend on the kind of English you want to learn, the accent. Is it the American English? Is it the Australian English? Or is it the British English? It will depend on what kind of English you want to learn. Find the programs and watch those in a regular basis so that you could hear and learn and improve your listening skills. This listening skills must be a part of your life. This should become your lifestyle for you to improve and learn to speak English. It should become your lifestyle. You should have some time set on the side per day, and you do that every day without a miss. So just to recap, step 3, it's watch and listen. Improve your listening skills. Watch audiobooks, podcasts, news channels, radio shows. So that's it for today, and hope to see you again on the next video with step 4. I hope this video helps. If it does, please do give a thumbs up, and please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so don't miss any of my future videos. And thanks for watching, and hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.